California, Florida, Florida, California. How many people would possibly mix these two up? The answer, probably not that many. Most, and I would hope any, adult can tell you that the two are located on opposite sides of the country. So, if we can tell the difference between these two things located across the country from each other, why is it difficult for some people to differentiate Disneyland from Disney World? Well, my name is Sam Torres, and I'm here to persuade you to stop using the two names interchangeably. Are these parks completely different? Absolutely not. In fact, they have many similarities, which is why people get confused by them. However, the parks do contain two major differences. The first, location. The second is size. These may not sound too major, but anyone who's seen a Marvel or a Pixar movie can tell you that small details make the big differences. So, why do people mix up these resorts? Honestly, it's completely understandable that people mix them up. They're both owned and operated by Disney, both have castles in one of their parks, and both share a significant number of rides. I'm sure not a whole lot of people can tell you the difference between Sleeping Beauty Castle and Cinderella Castle, because the only way to know that is by knowing. According to DisneyOrlandoandBeyond.com, in a post in 2017, Disneyland and Disney World share 20 attractions with each other, all with minor differences such as naming and size. Most of the classic Disney attractions that people think of are found in both parks. Rides such as the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, and many, many more are found in both parks and follow near identical ride layouts, according to an article by Selinger and Testa in 2019. However, just because things are similar does not make them the same thing, even if they're on opposite sides of the country. To put it in the simplest terms, Disneyland is located in California, and Disney World is located in Florida. A simple Google search between the cities of Anaheim and Orlando results in a difference of 2,501 miles. On opposite sides, it would take 36 hours to drive straight between the two. With the more remote location of Disney World, Disney was able to create what they believe to be a more immersive attraction for guests, and therefore creating a world, if you will. Being located in Orlando, when Disney World opened in October 1971, it was one of the only things in the area. After opening is when many of the commonly known attractions in Orlando started opening up, things such as Universal and SeaWorld. Disneyland, however, is located in Anaheim, which is mere miles from Los Angeles and Hollywood. Los Angeles was already an established tourist spot at this point, as well as Hollywood being the movie capital of the area. Disneyland, however, began and still has proven itself to be a fantastic tourist attraction and local hangout, but not the only draw for the city of Anaheim and the city of Los Angeles. Location of the two parks helped to go a long way into their naming, allowing for a more immersive experience at Disney World rather than at Disneyland. But what's bigger, a land or a world? Nothing helps to distinguish Disneyland from Disney World quite like its size difference. According to Robert Shaw, Disneyland has a size of approximately 510 acres, or about 0.8 square miles. Compare this to Disney World's massive 27,258 acres, which equals 42.6 square miles. Comparing size alone, Disney World is 57 times bigger than Disneyland. After hearing that, you may be telling yourself, property size isn't everything. It's about how you use it. Well, Disney World has that covered too. Disneyland contains 2 theme parks and 3 hotels, according to their official website, with a 4th hotel being announced. With the 2 parks and various things to do throughout the resort and hotels, there's nothing wrong with getting lost in that land. Walt Disney World, on the other hand, contains 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, and 24 hotels, as well as its own transportation system containing a fleet of buses and a monorail. So the easiest way to put this into terms that people will understand is, here's a map of the Disneyland Resort. It's small. There's a small shopping center. Most of this is backstage areas, as well as the 2 theme parks. Everything's got nice labels and everything's visually appealing and easy to read. This, however, is the Disney World Resort map. As you can see, there's no labels because it's hard to tell where everything is. I can tell you this is a park, this is a park, this is a park, and somewhere else on this map is a park, because there's 4 and this place is massive. With so much to do on Disney World's property, it is possible to be there for weeks and not have time to see and do everything. Disney World has its own self-sustaining, immersive city that lives up to the name of Disney World. Disneyland was also aptly named, though. It is its own private land in the heart of a busy city, immersing guests into their own land. When comparing the sheer size of the 2 parks, it's hard to believe that anyone could mix the 2 up. So, Disneyland and Disney World, 2 extremely popular destination spots that live on opposite sides of the country, yet get confused as often as they are visited. Their similarities are numerable, and with both having castles, sharing multiple rides, and being owned and operated by Disney, it's easy to see why they both get confused. However, these similarities are overshadowed by substantial differences, most notably size and location. With Disneyland being located in Anaheim and Disney World in Orlando, they are located on opposite sides of the country. Additionally, with over twice as many parks and 8 times as many hotels, Disney World dwarfs Disneyland in size. All of this being said, does it really make a huge difference if you use the 2 interchangeably? No, not at all. But by calling them the right names, you can help cut down on confusion. Just because it's a small world after